Hello everybody, it is September 14th, 2024, and I wanted to come at you with a new Bitcoin video. I don't know if I'll be able to make another video on Wednesday, which are typically my 2 days, like the weekend and Wednesdays are when I come out with videos. And if I can't, then I won't be able to come out with another video for about a week and a half to 2 weeks because I'll be going on vacation. So this is a playbook for the next month or two. So this is why it looks very crazy. But with that said, let's get into the video, and I hope you find this informative. So what's been going around for a few years is the phrase, Bitcoin doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. So what I wanted to try and do is find the rhyme within this descending broadening wedge right here, okay? That's within these two pink lines. So if we come back, I want to bring your attention to this area. And I want you to also look at this area. Okay, so I'm noticing a similarity right here as also right here. So let me show you a little bit closer. So we formed a this is how I first noticed it. We formed an ascending triangle shape right here, broke out, it was a fake out, and we came down. Just like we did here in August, we formed an ascending triangle, broke out, faked out, and came back down. That's what first caught my eye. And then I started to notice kind of like the rhyme within the entire range. We have a point 1 here. Might be too small to see, but this is, I've labeled it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we look at that, we can kind of see where I've labeled the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hypothetical 6 and hypothetical 7 at this point. We're currently right here within this cycle. So this is what I'm seeing, and so I'm trying to make an assumption on what's going to happen next. We can also see within this symmetrical triangle shape that we formed here, that I also believe we're forming right here. I've created a hypothetical line indicating where we could drop, where there might be some support here, but that's hypothetical as well for now. But we did create this downsloping channel within it and another downsloping channel within that. So there's a lot of similarities in these two areas within the descending broadening wedge. I'm going to go ahead and erase this pink box now on this side. Let me see if I can do that. And just to mention that this point here, even though I labeled it hypothetical, I got it by creating this or trying to discover where it would be at if we started to pull out. So looking back at the previous box, from bottom to top on a fib retrace, we could see that we bounced in the 0.618 area. So this is where I'm thinking we could potentially bounce in this area as well, from bottom to hypothetical top. The 0.618 is around the $56,350 at this point. So if we do hit that, coming back down within this whole range and hit the 0.618, this is where we could stop, and potentially you would then draw a line out like that. So I didn't just come up with it. It was a little bit thought out there. So yeah, so there's few scenarios, just like 3 that I can think of currently. Everybody is talking about the interest rate cuts, right? First it was a 25 basis point cut. Then we started hearing that there could be a 50 basis point cut. The 50 basis point cut wasn't as likely, and as of I think yesterday, that chance of a 50 basis point cut went up to 50 something percent. So this has got me thinking And I might have my own biases here, so I wanted to give a few examples of what could play out. If this is a sell the news event, it would happen on the 18th when Jeremy Powell comes out with the interest rate news, okay? So this number 6 is marking the 18th. If it is a sell the news event, we fall back within this symmetrical triangle pattern, come down, hit support, come up, hit resistance now, come back down, hit that 0.618, come back up, and kind of form the exact same pattern you see here, and we could potentially squeeze out then. That's one scenario. Another scenario is the interest rate hikes are such a positive news event that we just keep going, and we touch the top of the descending broadening wedge. However, I don't like that play because then that gives a lot of room still for it to come back down one more time, and we don't have much left in the tank as far as positive news to really kind of pull us out. We would have to probably wait until the presidential elections, so we would just hover below it. I'm not quite sure about that. So this is one possibility. Second possibility and third possibility is, so we come down maybe, and there's another thing I wanted to mention, which I mentioned in my last video. People have been talking about a 60-day cycle on Bitcoin, and what that is every 60 days there seems to be this drop in the pattern, right? So right here and here you can see this was a 60 days between both points along this descending broadening wedge. 60 days was here, 60 days was here. However, it seems like we are starting to put in a 30-day drop, and that would coincide with this drop that I created, which would be October 6th or 5th. The last one was September 6th. So if we do have another drop, which is what personally I want to see, which is why I was talking about my own bias, is I want to see a third touch along this bottom legacy line. So kind of like what we did back here in 2020. We finally hit the legacy line. We touched it 3 times and then we pulled out. That is what I want to see happen again. So let's move this up. Sorry. That's where I have it currently. We've hit 1, 2. I would like to see one more third touch before starting to pull out. So that is where this third outcome could be, this potential outcome could be. This puts us probably right at the presidential election, and that would be the catalyst to potentially pull us out of this descending broadening wedge. Finally, we have several points we would have to break at that point. We would have to break this area of resistance, this area of resistance, all along this line, and this final area of resistance here at $73,750. That could be the catalyst that we need to finally pull out of all that resistance. Typically, October 15th to the 20th is when we start to pull out, start to trend upwards into the presidential election. And then maybe, if we do have a candidate that is pro-Bitcoin, we could then see us pull out of this descending broadening wedge at that time with whoever wins. So these are the 3 possible scenarios that I'm looking at currently. Once again, we see positive news. The economy sees the 25 to 50 point basis cut as positive news, and we come up, hitting the top of this descending broadening wedge. At that point, I'm not quite sure what happens. Very questionable, since we still do have a lot of time left. Do we have enough left in the tank to, start to escape this? Or do we come back as I sell the news event, hit some resistance here at the 0.618, come into this corner of the symmetrical triangle, which is a hypothetical line at this point, and pull out here around the end of the month, September 30th? Or do we come back down one more time, touching on October 6th, making another perfect 30-day cycle, and then finally pull out? At that point, we would have the momentum of October 15th onward to the presidential election, pulling us out of this entire descending broadening wedge. This is the scenario I want to see, but it could happen at any point, guys. So with that said, I wanted to leave you guys with that for the next 2 weeks at least. All these lines here are just areas of resistance and support. I've drawn them out, going far back within this wedge pattern. So that's all that is. I've darkened some of these lines to just show the similarities, okay? So once again, just keep an eye out on these two pink box areas. These are the similarities that I'm seeing from both of these charts within the wedge. So Bitcoin doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. All right, guys. So if you found this informative, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And y'all have a great 2 weeks. Thanks, guys. Bye.